Something ancient and beautiful is awakening within humanity and within you. Welcome to the healing power of love, awakening the mastery within. I'm Robin Clayton, and in this sacred space, we explore the awakening of the heart, the quiet wisdom of the soul, and the remembrance of who we truly are. Together, we enter a deeper intelligence of love where healing begins, and the mastery already alive within you begins to rise. Take a breath, soften into this moment, and let us begin. Have you ever felt a quiet longing in your heart as if something ancient and beautiful within you is asking to be remembered? In this episode, we enter the sacred sanctuary of the heart, a living temple within, where the noise of the world begins to soften and the soul remembers what has always been true. What we are seeking is not far away. It has been within us all along. Beautiful beings of light, before we begin, join me, please, in taking a slow, gentle breath, just to come into this space and allow yourself to arrive in a sacred remembering. Are you feeling a longing within you that's been calling you to remember something? And is it something that you've been seeking, just a thought, an intuition, or does it feel like a deep calling? It feels like this is so close that it's almost within our grasp, yet this knowing, this memory, remains just beyond the veil that keeps it hidden in a mist. This knowing feels so familiar, and yet it feels so ancient. And if a yearning within your soul is calling you to remember, just know that you're not alone. It's happening to awakening souls all over the planet at this time. But what is this ache in our hearts? What keeps calling us to remember? Beneath the noise of the world, beneath the uncertainties and the unknown that permeates much of our daily lives, there exists an inner sanctuary, a sacred chamber, a living temple within our own hearts. This is a place where you're not struggling, you're not searching. This is a place where you can simply be. And the uneasiness you carry is transmuted as it lifts from you. Perhaps the greatest healing available to us now is not learning how to discover this sacred sanctuary, but to remember that it has been within us all along. It's always been there, quietly waiting for us to remember. So let's journey there together. There's a longing moving through humanity right now. We see it everywhere. People are searching for peace. People are searching for meaning and trying to make sense of everything going on around them. Could it be that all of this is really searching for a connection with the divine, a connection with Mother Earth, a connection with one another, with our own souls, and a connection with a living field of love that has always held us? What if this yearning that we've been searching for that felt so distant and unrecognizable is finally becoming clearer as the veil is lifting? What if this longing is really a deep urging to come home, not to a location or to a memory, but to a state of being, coming home to the frequency of love? Breathe that in for just a moment. What does coming home to love feel like to you? Perhaps it's a place within ourselves where separation dissolves, where we can take a deep breath and rest in the state of stillness, serenity, and oneness. Could this longing be what so many are searching for? So many people feel that something is missing in their lives, yet what is missing is not something to be sought after. It's something to be remembered. The heart remembers belonging. The heart remembers oneness. And the heart remembers love. So why do so many feel so disconnected? We're living in a time of tremendous acceleration, where information comes to us constantly, where change is all around us, and our nervous systems are overloaded with the demands of a fast-paced life. All of this can easily create a separation from our inner sanctuary. where many souls have forgotten the sacred art of resting in peace within their own hearts. Yet the heart has never stopped longing for us to return home. Ancient traditions have spoken of a hidden sanctuary within the heart, a sacred chamber exists with each one of us, but access to it has become a distant memory for so many. This sacred chamber within is where we let go and release all concerns, all trauma, all fear, and just rest in the healing power of love. Could this be the remembering that I talked about earlier, where so many are experiencing a deep calling to return to the wisdom of the heart? This sanctuary has always been waiting for us to return. This longing, this yearning you maybe feel is an invitation to return home. Through our every experience in this grand adventure called life on planet Earth, we've always remained connected to the one living field of love. And the heart has always known the way back home. What if the deepest longing of the soul is just to remember that love has always been within us, and above all, to never again allow the veil of forgetfulness to fall upon us? Always hold within your heart the knowing that you are a divine being of light, that you carry a sacred code of divine light within you. And as you expand your awareness and your knowing throughout the cosmos, remember that within this sacred sanctuary of your heart resides the key to all life everywhere. And you hold the key. Your home within your heart. You are cradled in divine love, and you are one with the living light of creation. That is the key. So now I'd like to invite you to join in a meditation. And before we begin, if you're driving, if you're doing anything that requires your full attention, please pause here and return to this part of the recording later where you can be still, safe, and fully present. And if you're in a place where you can soften and receive, simply allow yourself to gently arrive. If it feels comfortable, place a hand over your heart and just breathe softly. Allow your eyes to gently close. And now together we will journey into the sacred sanctuary of the heart, returning home to love that has always been within us. Take another slow, deep breath in and hold it for a moment. And as you exhale, come completely into the present moment. Now bring your awareness into the center of your chest, not the physical heart, but that luminous space just behind it. And within this space, imagine a doorway made of soft golden white light that feels so ancient yet so familiar and welcoming. With your next breath, step toward this doorway. And as you do, feel yourself leaving behind every burden that you've been carrying, every worry, every responsibility, and every expectation. Just let them all fall away. You don't need them here. So now let's step through that doorway and enter into the sacred chamber of your heart. Notice the beauty of this space. Perhaps it appears as a luminous temple, a radiant sanctuary, a sacred garden, a chamber of golden light. Whatever appears to you is perfect. Now take in a slow breath again and notice how peaceful it feels here, how familiar. Feel a deep knowing within your being, as though some part of you has always remembered this place. Now become aware of a presence, a living presence, pure love, pure compassion, pure light, not outside of you, but arising from the very essence of your being. Feel this presence surrounding you, cradling you, embracing you, welcoming you home. And hear these words gently spoken within your heart. Dear one, you've never been separate. You've never been forgotten. You've never walked alone. Allow these words to settle into every cell of your body, every breath, every layer of your being. And now imagine a radiant golden light expanding from your heart, filling your body, your energy field, and beyond, until you are resting within a vast ocean of luminous love. You're not separate from this light. You are one with it, one with the divine, one with all creation. And you have never been separate from this divine love, this divine light. You have always been one with all that is. Rest here for a moment and simply remember that feeling. So as we gently return from this meditation, take one soft breath and bring your awareness back into your heart. May you remember this sanctuary, this sacred sanctuary has always been within you, quietly waiting, lovingly calling you home. And I thank you for sharing this sacred time with me today. And if your heart feels called to join with loving hearts from around the world, I invite you to receive our free audio activation for the 369 Global Love Wave. You'll find it in the link in our show notes. Together we pause, we breathe, and we send love into the living field of the earth. No pressure, only presence. Your love matters, and every heart strengthens this wave. So may you be blessed, may you be held, and may you remember within the sacred sanctuary of your heart, it's all love. It's only love. And so it is. Thank you for sharing this sacred moment with us. Until we meet again, may love guide your path, may peace fill your heart, and may the light within you continue to shine brightly into the world. And remember, the mastery you seek has always been within you. Together, we are simply awakening what your soul has never forgotten. This is the healing power of love.